Hi all, welcome to my channel TechFest. So today we are learning the third principle in a solid design principle, that is Lisco substitution principle. In a solid, the L is acronym as Lisco substitution principle. In this video, we are learning what is Lisco substitution principle, what are the advantages, disadvantages of this principle, and then we will cover some interview questions which are related with this design principle, and then we learn some coding examples and how we can implement that particular Lisco substitution principle, and what all the problems that can be resolved by implementing this Lisco substitution principle. So let's just start. Basically, Lisco substitution principle is the third principle of a solid design principle, uh, where L is acronym as Lisco substitution principle. This principle basically suggests that in every parent-child relationship, at any point of time, every child class should be completely substitutable of their base class. So if we have a base class or a parent class P, and we are creating one of the child class C, then at any point of time we can substitute the parent class with their child class. We can understand it better when we are to do some coding examples. So yeah, uh, then we have some advantages and also disadvantages of that this design principle. The advantage is that basically when we are using this child class object with the parent class reference, we are making our code flexible. How we can make our code flexible? Suppose we have a one parent class, and there are two child class objects. So at any point of time, we can assign child class object into a parent class reference. So it will be decided at runtime which child class object we can assign to a parent class reference, because both the child class object can be referred in a parent class reference. So that way our code will become flexible. We can understand when we do the coding examples. Then there would be a disadvantages also. If we are not using that particular substitution principle, then basically we are tightly coupling the concrete class references. That means suppose there would be only child class reference and child class object we are referring in that. So in one child class reference, we are not able to assign other child class object. Like there would be two classes, C1 and C2. Then in a C1 class reference, we are not able to assign a C2 class object. So it can be better understand by coding examples. Then there would be some interview questions which are related with this Lisco substitution principles, and that will ask in interviews. So basically these are the few interview questions which will ask in interviews. What is the LSP is basically a short form of Lisco substitution principle. So what is the LSP principle in a solid principle? So we can already define that what is the LSP principle, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of Lisco substitution principle. I have created one Java project, that is Lisco substitution principle demo, and I have created one package, and in that package I have created few classes. So let's see what would be the example and how can we implement the Lisco substitution principle. So I have taken an example of account. So as we all know that in any bank there is a different type of accounts presents, like saving account, current account, loan account. So I have taken that example. So each of the type of accounts are basically a type of basically belongs to an account. So I have created one parent class, that is account, and I have created three fields in there: account number, account type, and principal. There is other more fields also there. I have taken for demo purpose, I have taken only three fields. Then I have created one parameterized constructor where I have initialized the account type account fields and the setter getters. And one more thing, I have override the calculate interest method over here. So for that, basically I have created one interface, and in that interface I have created one calculate interest method. Why I did that? Because if I will not do this, so it is basically a violate the principle of account properties, the single responsibility design principle. So as we all know that the single responsibility design pattern suggests that the different the methods are mutually exclusive methods will not be put into a single class. So I have created one interface and put over there and override these methods here so that we can use it for further use. So in that way, so if I would take a range again, open account class. So here I have implemented the calculate interest method where the simple interest calculation formula I have put over here. This will return only the interest part, what would be the interest on the principal for a particular interest rate and for a particular year. So I have created three more classes of account type, that is saving account, which extend the account, and I have created a parameterized constructor over there. Here there is a no fields because all the fields are coming from account. So I have just called a super class constructor by using a super keyword. So if anyone not knowing about this super keyword, so super keyword is basically used to refer the parent class. So here the parent class is account. So by writing that way, we are calling a super class constructor. So account class constructor will be called, and all the fields will be initialized over here. And this can also be done with that way. I mean, we can initialize all the properties. So if we are writing any property over here which is related to the saving account field, saving account class, then I have to write that field. Suppose that I have taken a for a demo purpose, I have taken example like string s. So to initialize this field, I have to mention s, and whatever the field I have to initialize, either passing the parameter over here or initializing any value, something over here like this. Anyway, this is not a part of this example, core Java related topics. So I'm not taking that. So I have called a constructor over here, and then after I have created one more class for a loan type of account in the same way. Created a loan account constructor. From that I have called a parent class constructor, that is account class constructor, and then after I have created a current account class which extend the account class and created in the same way. I hope you are understanding over this. Now I have created one main application. From here I have created one here the list scope substitution principle will work. As we all know that account is parent class of either a saving account or a current account class or a loan account class. So I can write this statement, and also I can call this particular method. So this particular method, from here I can pass the value and it will provide me a result on that. So what is list scope substitution principle is suggests that the list scope substitution principle said that at any point of time the parent class should be completely substitutable by their child class. So in this line what I am doing, I am creating an object of child class, that is saving account, and that object I am referring to the account class reference, that is parent class. So let's just run it. So here we can see that we have initialized, this is the account number we have given, this is the type of account, and this would be the principal amount. So it will be initialized in this fields, and I have taken this example. So the saving account account type principal will there, and interest rate I have passed 2, and year is also I have passed 2. So that will provide me a 10,000 into 2 into 2, that is 40,000. In a same way, I can write for current account also. I just need to be pass the current account over here. I'm just changing the number, account number, and changing the amount 5,000. I can change also interest rate, and just put over there 1. That is the current account, and interest rate I have passed 5%, and year I have passed 2. I can just give a reference, another reference, and calling a method. So that's it. Just run it. Now as we can see that the current account reference is changed. $5,000 into 5, that is 25,000, into 2, that is 50,000. So it is showing that value. So in that way we can referring. So the main part is that at any point of time the child class substitute completely to of parent class. So child class object can be put into a reference of parent class object. So that's it. This is the LISCOPE substitution principle. I hope you all get a knowledge about that LISCOPE substitution principle. This is basically one of the important substitution principles in a solid design pattern, and many times it will be asked by the interviewer for that. So thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel if you like these videos.